Hello students, today this is our first lecture of 12th standard. So I am wishing you all the best for the 12th standard. Now today we will start with the first chapter of bookkeeping, Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Accounts. Now final account you have already studied in the 11th standard. The basic concepts of final accounts is same as 11th standard. Only difference is that in 11th standard you have studied sole trading final accounts in which only one person handles the business. But now there is a partnership final account in which two or more persons are handling the business. So basic concepts of final accounts remains unchanged, but only difference is that here there are two or more owners of the business. Now let us start with the main concepts of final accounts. First, meaning. Partnership final accounts is a final account of partnership firm where two or more persons are conducting the business. In partnership final account, two or more persons are handling the business. So it is known as a partnership final account. Partnership final accounts are prepared to know profit or loss earned by partnership firm. It also helps to know financial condition of a partnership firm. Now, partnership final account is basically prepared to know the profit or loss made by the partnership business during the year, and it also helps them to know the financial condition of a business, whether business is loss making or profit making, and also financial condition of business, whether business has lot of borrowings or it has lot of property or asset. These all we can know from partnership final account. Now what are the accounts to be prepared in partnership final account? First, trading account. Second, profit and loss account. Third, partnership capital account or partners capital account or partners current account. And fourth, balance sheet. Now let us start with the trading account. It is a nominal account, so all direct expense related to purchase of goods or production of goods are recorded on debit side of trading account. You all know that all the direct expense, that is expense related to purchase of goods or production of goods, are recorded on the debit side of trading account. Since it is nominal account, all expenses are debited and all incomes are credited in trading account. Now expense related to production of goods like factory rent, factory wages, or custom duty, octroi duty, import duty, these all expenses are related to purchase of goods or manufacturing of goods. All factory related expense are related to manufacturing of goods, so they are all are recorded on debit side of trading account. So whatever expense we make for purchase of goods or manufacturing of goods are recorded on debit side of trading account. When goods comes into the business, it is recorded on debit side. Whenever goods comes into the business, it is always recorded on debit side. For example, purchase of goods. When we purchase the goods comes into the business. So it is recorded on the debit side. All incomes generated from sale of goods are recorded on credit side of this account. Whatever income is earned from sale of goods, when goods are sold, income is generated for the business. This income is recorded on the credit side of trading account. That is, sales is recorded on the credit side of trading account. When goods goes out of the business, it is recorded on credit side of this account. Whenever goods goes out of the business, for example, when goods are sold, it goes out of the business. When goods destroyed by fire, or whenever goods are distributed as free sample, it goes out of the business. Therefore, it is recorded on credit side of trading account. Now, format of trading account. Format of trading account is same as 11th standard. Trading account for the year ended 31st March, whatever year is given in the question. Debit side, credit side. Particular amount, particular amount. Now instead of two amount column, you can prepare single amount column also. Please refer page 16 of textbook for full details. Now, full details of trading account is given in the textbook page number 16. So, please refer page number 16. I am explaining whatever expenses or incomes are given in the trading account. Now, when you see debit side of trading account on page number 16, you will see that first thing is opening stock. Whatever stock is available with us at the beginning of the year is recorded here. All these things comes from the trial balance given in the question. From trial balance we transfer all the things in the trading account. Second is purchase. Purchase means goods purchased by us. Since goods comes in, it is recorded on debit side. Less return outward means purchase return. Whatever goods we return to the supplier due to the defect or anything else is subtracted from purchase, deducted from purchase. Carriage inward. Carriage inward means whenever we bring goods, whatever expense is made for bringing the goods to our godown is carriage inward. It is related to goods, so recorded on debit side of trading account. Freight is a rent of train or transport from which we bring goods into the business. Dock charges, when we import the goods from other country, dockyard collects certain charges from us. This is dock charges. It is related to import of goods. Custom duty is also related to import of goods. When we import the goods from other country, we have to pay custom duty. So it is our direct expense. Wages or productive manufacturing wages or wages and salaries all are same. Now here there is wages and salaries. First, what is wages? Wages is paid to the factory worker, therefore it is recorded on the debit side of trading account. Import duty is paid on import of goods, so it is related to goods. Coal, coke, gas, motive power, oil, water, grease, all are used in the factory. So it is related to production of goods. So it is recorded on debit side. Royalty on purchase or production. Royalty on purchase or production is related to goods. So it is recorded on debit side of trading account. You know what is royalty? Royalty is paid to the original maker of a technology from which we have purchasing the goods or purchasing the technology, so we are paying them royalty. The royalty charges are paid to the original owner of technology, so it is recorded, it is related to goods, so it is recorded on debit side of trading account. Primary packing charges, yani whenever we manufacture goods, we pack them. This is related to goods, so it is recorded on debit side. Factory lighting and heating, this is factory expense, so it is recorded on debit side of trading account. Whatever factory expenses are there, it is always recorded on debit side of trading account. Factory insurance, it is also related to factory. Work manager's salary, work manager works in the factory, so his salary will be recorded on debit side of trading account. And on credit side, you can see sales. Sales is an income for business because it is direct income related to sale of goods. It is recorded on credit side of trading account, from which return inward, that is sales return, is deducted. Sometimes goods are returned by our customer due to some defect. This is deducted from sales. Now by goods lost by fire. When goods are lost by fire, goods goes out of the business. Whenever goods goes out of the business, it is recorded on credit side of trading account. By goods lost by theft, due to theft, goods are lost, so goods goes out of the business. Goods distributed is free sample. Here also we are distributing free sample to customers. So goods goes out of the business. Goods lost in accident. Due to certain accident, goods are lost, so goods goes out of the business. Goods withdrawn by partner. Partner is withdrawing goods for his personal use, so goods goes out of the business, so it is recorded on credit side of trading account. And finally, closing stock is written on credit side of the trading account. Closing stock is the stock at the end of the year available with the business. When we do the totaling of trading account, if balance comes on the debit side, it is known as a gross profit. We have to write to gross profit carried down. And if balance is left at the credit side of account, it is known as a gross loss. We have to write by gross loss carried down. Now next account. Next account is profit and loss account. It is also nominal account. All indirect expenses or losses which are not directly related to purchase or production of goods are recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. Expenses which are not directly related to purchase or production of goods are known as an indirect expense, and these expenses are recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. In short, all expenses or losses which are not recorded on debit side of trading account are recorded in this account. Whatever expenses which are not recorded in trading account are recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. All indirect income or profits which are not generated from sale of goods is recorded on credit side of profit and loss account. Whatever income or profit earned by business which are not directly related to sale of goods are recorded on credit side of profit and loss account. In short, whatever income which do not come in the credit side of trading account are recorded on credit side of profit and loss account. Now format of profit and loss account. Profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March year: debit, credit, particular amount, particular amount. Now full detail of profit and loss account is given on the page number 17. Please refer page number 17. On debit side of profit and loss account, you will see all indirect expenses and losses which are not directly related to purchase or production of goods. Salaries in wages. Salaries in and wages, here first word is salary, so it is recorded on profit and loss account. But if first word is wages, that is wages and salary, is recorded on debit side of trading account. Rent and rates, insurance, electricity, lighting, telephone, postage, printing and stationery, traveling expense of salesman, depreciation on asset. You will see that all expenses which are not related to goods such as interest on loan, conveyance, loss by fire. Conveyance means traveling expenses for transporting the goods, expenses related to transportation of goods. Loss by fire, loss by theft. This means that loss occurred due to fire in the godown, or loss occurred due to theft in the godown, loss due to accident. All these losses are recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. So you can easily notice that all indirect expense and losses are recorded on debit side of profit and loss account. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Now, profit and loss account credit side, you will see all indirect income: by commission received, by discount received, by interest received, by dividend received, by rent received. Dividend is always income related to shares. Whenever we purchase shares of any company, we get dividend from them. This is our income. By rent received, by sundry, any small other receipts. By profit on sale of asset, when we sell asset for profit, it is our profit, so it is recorded on credit side. When we do the total of profit and loss account, we if balance is left on the debit side, it is known as the net profit, and if balance is left on the credit side, it is known as the net loss. One more thing is that whatever gross profit we get in trading account is transferred to credit side of profit and loss account at the beginning. You can see that on the credit side of profit and loss account, first thing is by gross profit brought down. This we obtain from the trading account. And if in trading account we get gross loss, then it is recorded on debit side. Now next, partners capital account or partners current account. There are two methods of maintaining partners capital. First method is fluctuating capital method. Fluctuating means changing, which changes every year. Under this method, partners capital is prepared and all expense or loss for partners are recorded on debit side of capital account. Whatever expense and loss which are for partners are recorded on debit side of capital account. For example, interest on drawing is collected from partners, so it is expense for partners, so it is recorded on the debit side of partners capital account. Or drawing is expense for partners, therefore it is recorded on debit side of partners capital account. All income or profit for partners are recorded on credit side of capital account. Whatever income or profit for partner is recorded on credit side of capital account. For example, interest on capital received by partner is income for partner, so it is recorded on credit side of partner's capital account. Similarly, partner's salary, sometimes salary is given to partner, commission is given to partner by firm. It is income for partner, so it is recorded on credit side of capital account. So all expense or loss related to partner is recorded on debit side of partner's capital, and all incomes related to partner is recorded on credit side of capital account. Balance of this account is transferred to balance sheet liability side, and whatever balance is left in the partner's capital is normally transferred to balance sheet liability side if there is a credit balance. If debit balance comes in partner's capital account, it is transferred to asset side, which normally does not happen. Now you can see the format of partner's capital account. You have to write partner's capital account. This is debit side, this is credit side. Particular A and B are partners. Particulars A, B. Particulars A, B. Here you have to write name of partners. Now you have to transfer the balance of partner's capital from trial balance. If in trial balance, balance of partner's capital is given on debit side, write to balance brought down and write the amount. And if in the trial balance, balance of partner's capital is given on the credit side, then write by balance brought down on the credit side and write the amount. This is debit balance, this is credit balance. Now, whatever expenses for partners are recorded on debit side, that is drawing, interest on drawing, or loss on totaling the profit and loss account, that is net loss is recorded here. And by interest on capital, this is income. Income for partners is recorded on credit side. By interest on capital, by partner's salary, by partner's commission, by profit and loss, this is net profit generated from profit and loss account is recorded on credit side. Whenever we do the totaling of partner's capital, if balance comes on the debit side, it is transferred to liability side, and if the balance comes on the credit side, it is transferred to asset side. Normally balance always comes on the debit side, so partner's capital is transferred to liability side. Third subnote second, fixed capital method. You have already studied fluctuating capital method. Now second method of maintaining capital is fixed capital method. Under this method, partner's capital is directly transferred to liability side of balance sheet, and partner's current account is prepared for transferring all expense and incomes of partners. Now, in fixed capital method, capital of partners is kept fixed and balance of partners capital is directly transferred from trial balance to liability side of balance sheet, and instead of partners capital we have to prepare partners current account. All things which were recorded in partners capital will be recorded in partners current account. So format of partners current account is same as partners capital account. Only thing is that partners capital is directly transferred to liability side and partners current account is maintained, and all things which were recorded in partners capital will be recorded in partners current account. So refer first, that is fluctuating method capital account for transferring all the income and expense to partners current account. Now next is balance sheet. Balance sheet is not an account. It is a statement of asset, that is properties, and liabilities, that is borrowings of business. All properties of business are recorded on asset side of balance sheet, and all the liability, all the borrowings are recorded on liability side of balance sheet. All properties or receivable are recorded on asset side. Amount receivable plus all properties are recorded on asset side, and all borrowings and payables, amount payable by business, are recorded on liability side. Now format, refer page 18 of textbook. Here there is format of balance sheet. Balance sheet as on 31st March. Here liability amount, asset amount. On liability side, partners capital, A and B are partners, partners current account, A and B are partners. General reserve is the profit saved by business for the future purpose. Sometimes business saves the profit for the future purpose. This is known as a general reserve. This is saving of partnership firm which will be used in the coming years. Profit and loss account is also saving of business which will be used in the coming year by partnership firm. Loan taken is loan taken by business from any other person or firm, so it is liability. Bank loan is loan taken from bank, so it is liability. Loan from partners, sometimes partnership firm takes loan from partner also. This is also liability. Sundry creditors is also liability. Outstanding expenses means expenses payable by partnership firm. It is also liability. Sundry creditors means creditors are those persons who are supplier for businessmen, who supplies goods on credit to businessmen. So they are liability for business. Bills payable means amount payable by businessman. Bank overdraft means amount payable to bank by businessman. Advance income means income which are received in advance. So it is also liability for business. Now asset side, there are all real accounts on the asset side. Goodwill. Goodwill is the value of reputation of business. Land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixture, equipment, delivery or motor van, leasehold or freehold premises, loose tools. These all are real accounts and will be recorded on asset side. These are known as the fixed asset. Some investment made by businessmen may be shares, debenture, fixed deposit. These are all investments. Sundry debtors. Debtors are customers of business from whom you have to receive something because you have sold goods on credit to them. Income receivable are income to be received by businessmen. So it is recorded on asset side. Prepared expense means expense paid in advance by businessmen. Closing stock is a stock at the end of year available for the business. Cash and bank balance available for the business is recorded here. Bills receivable means bill to be received by businessman. This is also recorded on asset side.